Sometimes, the most powerful journeys are the ones we never see coming. No plans, no preparation. Just a pull from something deeper, something wild. This is the story of becoming, of burning out limits and forging something new in their place. This is my Enduro experience.
I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. This is your host Akshay Lotankar, and off we are to a very unpredictable adventure.
I didn't come here for a medal. I didn't sign up to compete. There was no checklist, no months of planning, no blueprint for what I was walking or riding into. Just a gut instinct. A moment where something inside me said, "You need this." I said yes to something I didn't fully understand. And that changed everything.
Riding in this beautiful and amazing view of the Alps, such roads, and with 25 degrees as your temperature. Wonderful day to ride, man. I have entered the village. The village name is Mureck, and this village is on the Austrian and Slovenian border. Come to the correct location, Gasthaus Rock. Oh, look at you beauties, man. And this bike is going to be among one of these bikes who will be doing the adventure rides. It makes me so damn excited. Let's go, let's find out where the checking place is. See you in some time.
This isn't stopping, this is, since I've seen those 11, 12 bikes outside, it is always those who love biking, those who are motorcyclists, those who have these similar kind of experiences. You exactly know how I feel, What I can say, man, it's the escape what we all need as motorcyclists from the world of cars, from the world of realities, logic, practicality, finances, family, etc. Everything. It's just an escape to some other dimension, some other universe, man. Oh, it's superb. This is all coming from my heart. 7 p.m. is the dinner time. We have to meet outside. I'm not sure because there will be Germans and they are pretty serious about the data privacy. So first I'll be asking the supervisor whether I'm allowed to record all this journey, of Enduro. Else I'll be clicking photos and I'll be explaining them in the vlog. I'm left with nothing if they don't allow me to do it. So let's see. If they allow me, it's well and good. If they do not, then yeah, so it is. Currently it's 18:45. In 15 minutes I have to change and I have to meet out for dinner. Stay tuned, man. There's a lot to come in this experience, of these 3-4 days. I know that it's going to be wild, it's going to be adventurous.
It was 3 days of riding through terrain that didn't care who I was. And by the end of it, I wasn't the same person anymore. It was late summer. Warm mornings wrapped in fog. The kind of light that makes everything look a little dreamlike. But this wasn't a dream. This was real, raw, demanding. I had no off-road experience. No idea how to read the trail, how to handle a bike in chaos. But the mountains don't wait. The ride doesn't slow down. You either adapt or you fall. And I did fall. But something about that, being knocked down, getting back up again, that's where the real ride began.
Here's the good news. It was decided at the very last moment, but the team leader was sweet to ask everyone whether it's fine if I record them. And to my surprise, everybody said yes. So hell yes, we are going to record this journey. Check this out, guys. Check this out. There are total of 17 BMW GSs out there. Zimpy, that who's leading the pack. So talking about today's grid is of 200 kilometers, 200 odd kilometers, which will take us around 6 to 7 hours. No, with all the brakes and with all the coordination. And all these guys are super cool, man. Yesterday we had dinner together, and most of them, they work for BMW Motorrad or the BMW car section. Everybody knows each other, man. So it's kind of like every year the same group rides for the Enduro track, and there are only couple of new faces. Again, one of them is me. So they also said that they have seen the first Indian to join us for an enduro trip. There's no Indian so far who has done this along with them. You know, that made me feel quite special, yeah. When you get such comments from such people, then the entire journey of your last decade just flashes before your eyes, man. Where you started and now what are you doing, where you are. Just be happy, man. Just be happy. Live in the moment. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Woo! This is no funny business, man. It demands your focus, it demands your attention and your commitment. You got this, you got this, you got this. Come on, come on, come on. That's the way. Geil. Super.
And that's when things started to shift. Not on the trail, but inside me. The riding was still tough, the terrain still wild, but I began to hear something quieter underneath it all. Something was beginning to change.
So this is exactly what happens when you ride in a group. You tend to cross your limits. Looking at the other person ride, trusting his or her own machine, and that gives you that, 1% of the confidence what you need towards the end to commit into a turn or to saddle your way out. And that's all what community riding means. I'm so glad that I'm present here in this moment with these amazing legends here. Riding with these people, you understand what the GS has been built for. This is a wild machine and meant to do wild things, man. And the possibilities which open up after doing such trains, the confidence what has been built within, that's the best part what I feel.
The first few hours were chaos. My hands were tensed, arms pumped up, mind racing. Every obstacle felt bigger than it was. I wasn't thinking clearly. I was overcorrecting everything. The throttle, balance, energy. And the trail kept asking questions I didn't know how to answer. The terrain taught me through failure. Every fall became a lesson in patience. Every bad line choice, a reminder that rushing only makes it worse. I started to slowly realize Enduro doesn't reward the loudest rider. It rewards the most focused one. It's not about aggression. It's about control, about presence, about breathing, feeling the earth beneath you and responding to it. It took everything I had just to stay in it. But even while I was struggling, something inside me clicked. I wasn't just learning how to ride, I was learning how to fall, how to get back up, brush it off, and try again, better, smarter, and quieter.
Just recollecting every bit and piece of my riding experience, Everything has been put to test today. This is why I have signed up, to get rid of my fear of riding this bike in all the situations, man. Akshay, you can do it, man. You can't do it. Come on. And I guess this is the way how I'm supposed to soothe myself, just talking to myself, not thinking about the road, just looking how my colleagues are doing, following them, not thinking about how difficult the path is going to be. It's 3:30 in the afternoon, and now I guess the plan is that we go back to the hotel. Super successful day, no mishaps, no breakdowns, amazing leadership, amazing guidance. Zimpy is taking into consideration the level of all the riders. For example, this is my first experience, so he knows that pretty well. He is not inviting me to do the most tactical trains. He and a couple of guys, they are doing it. Maybe something for the next time as well, correct? But yeah, amazing leadership, amazing coordinates. Kudos, man. BMW, amazing management, yeah. It's 10 minutes to 5 and we have reached our hotel. Good morning, YouTube, and all set for day 2 of the Enduro Ride. Let's get out there. Look at these beauties here. One from the 90s and that's from the 80s. And here it begins.
Day 2 felt different. The terrain hadn't changed, but I had. I wasn't fighting the bike anymore. I was working with it. Every vibration, every change in grip, I started to feel it through the bars, through my boots.
That was close. And now this is something I have to be careful. This is all mud. This is all wet. Be careful, be careful. You got this. Super, super. It was fun. Today it was fun. I could maneuver hard turns, short turns 30-40% better than what I was facing yesterday. And today I guess the mentality is a bit different. Telling myself that okay, I can do it, yeah, because yesterday I survived. Yesterday everything was pretty new for me. The elevation is just so damn crazy, yeah. And now we are almost on the top of the mountain. I would be seriously afraid even riding a cycle on this patch. And look at me riding a 1200cc machine. Life is so unpredictable, I tell you sometimes.
The trail stopped being the enemy. It became a conversation. And I finally found the rhythm. And in that rhythm, there was peace. It wasn't about speed. It wasn't about keeping up with anyone else. It was about momentum, about micro decisions made every second. And when it all connected, it felt like just floating. That was the exact moment I fell in love with riding. Not for the thrill, but just for the sheer clarity.
Yeah, man. I'm just hanging around trying to just feel better. But a couple of people, they asked me like, are you feeling well? Are you feeling okay? So I'm just down on energy, man. Because my lower half, my legs, thighs, calves, they are paining so badly. But still, man, it's fun. It's fun. I just cannot give up like this. Now it's more of excitement, less of nervousness. But still, since yesterday, a couple of people have told me that mishaps or falls happen only when you're tired and you ignore certain paths. So it's not just the body what is tired, but just imagine 6 hours of focused riding. Yeah, you cannot even miss a small turn, a small hiccup in the road. You just cannot do that. You got to be so careful. You got to be so careful when you're riding, and this is active riding all the time, so it consumes you.
Out there, everything else fell away. No deadlines, no distractions, no expectations. Just breath, balance, and throttle. I began to realize how powerful the bike really is. Not as a machine, but just as a medium. A tool that reveals who you are under pressure. And I saw a version of myself I hadn't met before. One that didn't give up. One that stayed calm even when things got messy. One that wanted to keep going. Not because it was easy, but because it mattered now.
I don't want to shift my focus to vlogging here, but Akshay, damn you. Remember this moment, man. Remember this moment. You have been living to witness such fears to be turning into your strengths. These things don't happen that often. So be grateful and be happy that you chose this. You're coming here and you're doing it. I'm never going to forget this experience ever in my life. For sure. The first enduro experience of my life on the GS. It couldn't have been more special. It has just redefined motorcycling for me, man. And why this motorcycle is called as the GS. Gelände means off-road in German. So now I got it totally. Why? It's the 1250 GS. 4 months before, if anybody could tell me that actually you will be doing these things on your brand new bike, I would have burst out laughing. And look at me now. This is as crazy as it gets. And these are all trained people, okay? So I asked all the other group members. They have had this experience twice or thrice coming to this enduro tour. And before that, they have been training in an enduro park by BMW in Germany. So everybody suggested me to enroll, and Zimpy is a trainer there. So yes, I'm looking forward to do the enduro training as well, because this is the new kick what I have now. I'm loving myself. I'm loving the fears what I'm facing right now. I'm shit scared. Honestly, I am shit scared to do this even now at this moment while talking to you guys. But this is how I work, I function. If I'm shit scared, I just jump right into the center of it. And then come what may. It's just hustle to reach the top of that system. And sharing these moments with you guys, especially with my friends, with my younger brother, somehow makes me feel that I am kind of setting a good example. Aren't I?
I wasn't alone out there. As I kept riding, I started noticing the people around me more. How they moved, how they rode. And that's when I really started to learn what this world was all about. There's something humbling about riding alongside people who have done this for years. I met riders who were well into their 50s, even 60s, still strong, still hungry, still loving every minute. They moved with grace, not loud, not flashy, just solid. I watched women tear through those sections I struggle with calm, with control, with absolute presence. There was no ego, no proving, just passion. A quiet kind of mastery that made me just stop and admire.
Good morning, this is day 3 and just look at the weather. It's all foggy. I hope this clears up as the day rises. Check this out. There's an R80 GS and an R100 GS. Both of them 1985 models. And they are still single owner machines. Both of them are above 60. And they have come for this enduro thing. So it's 7:15 in the morning. And I'm just going to have my breakfast. Morgen. Too many bikes and the smell of petrol. This is how ideal a morning can get. Ready to disappear in the morning fog. Let's go guys.
I honestly like this about Germans. 8:30 he was ready and only one message. Auf geht's! That means let's go. And everybody is there. 8:30 sharp, you will find everyone rigged up properly, starting their bikes. Man, discipline is freedom, yeah. You got to learn this from the Germans, honestly. Where we are going, it's 2,580 meters. And here it begins. Stick to the basics, okay? Follow the trail, follow the person in front of you to the inside of the curb, the road. Handlebars loose, weight on the leg, okay? Descending from 2,500 meters, when I think about it like this, yeah, then it's something. Look at this, man, look at this. I'm getting goosebumps.
And somewhere along the trail, in the middle of all this respect and humility, I started to feel something settle inside me. Like I was no longer proving anything. Not to the bike, not to the mountain, not even to myself. I was just riding. And for the first time, that felt like enough. It's about becoming. These people didn't just learn how to ride, they grew into it. They stayed with it long enough to let it shape them. And I wanted that. Not to be the fastest, but to be that in tune with the craft. To keep showing up for it, for the challenge, for the joy, for the quiet lessons that riding gives you over the years and not days.
The weather has become much better, and so is my confidence. Let's go. Oh, straight away and uphill. Okay guys, and this is going to be a crazy task. All the best, Akshay. If these guys are struggling, I have to be extremely careful. Come on. This is as crazy as it gets. My god, these turns. Last time, a couple of weeks ago, I was shit scared to do these turns on tarmac. Yes, you got this, bro. You got this. Oh. This flicks like a butterfly when it's in motion. The moment this gets stationary, it's f***ing bull.
By the end of the third day, I was running on fumes. But I was fuller than I had ever felt. Something inside me had shifted. I came into this with a certain idea of what riding was. It was about speed, power, control. And I left with something completely different. I learned about respect, curiosity, and stillness. I understand now, this isn't just a sport. It is a way of being. The way you ride is the way you live. Do you panic when things go wrong? Do you quit when it gets hard? Or do you breathe, feel, adjust, and keep moving forward? I saw myself under pressure. I saw my limits. But more importantly, I saw my ability to grow past them. And that's a gift that I'll carry long after the dirt is washed off, long after the bruises fade. I didn't expect this ride to change me, but it did. And now, riding isn't just a hobby, it's something sacred. Believe me when I say this. Even now, when I close my eyes, I'm still there. The dust, the breath, the heartbeat between gears. Some experiences don't end when the engine shuts off. They follow you home.
So I guess there was a landslide and the cleanup is going on, and Zimpy has gone ahead to check whether we can follow this trail or to go back.
Und ein bisschen Schwung nehmen und konstant hochfahren.
Ja.
Wir bleiben hinterher, wenn wir schießen jetzt.
Ja.
Kein Problem. Aber wenn du aufpasst, einfach ein bisschen mit. Geh mal schnell. Der hört zum Arbeiten auf.
look at them, all guns blazing, man. They know that it is their final ride, so they are just hitting every crux, every corner of the road. For 3 days, we haven't been talking anything else other than bikes. And there are very few instances, or next to no instances in my life, where I fetch people that are only interested in biking. No Bollywood, no Hollywood, nothing, no other sports, nothing. Just talking about bikes, the technique, the machine, the aerodynamics, the design, the people behind it, the brands, and the experiences. And that made the journey more special, man. It accredited me as a person who's not crazy. He's passionate. These people have changed my perspective about a lot of things. Oh, look at this, man. No camera can do justice to what I'm looking, you know. To be a part of this tribe, to be a part of such a big group. That's something, man. That's something. This does not happen in everyday life. And it's not just the bike. Don't get me wrong, I'm not materialistic. But it's important that you have such beautiful machines, and it really matters what you do with it. So, you know, experiencing this off-roading adventure, that has made this tour special. Not the machines. This is the riding community, yeah. This is what I believe in. And here we are, finally. My god, the enduro tour for me, guys, is complete. We just reached the hotel. Oh, this moment, since it started last 72 hours, I was waiting for this moment. Not for it to end, but yeah, whether it was possible for me to do it or not. Wow, it has been super amazing.
Every rider has that one moment. The moment when it all clicks. When the struggle becomes the story. And this was mine. 3 days that felt like a lifetime. A journey that broke me open in the best possible way. I didn't come here looking to become anything, but somewhere between the fog and the falls, I did. I became a rider. And the road ahead, wherever it leads, I'll keep becoming.
Teilnehmer, für eure Disziplin, für eure Unkompliziertheit, für euren Spaß. Ja. Also wann wird geschlafen? Mir und ich weiß auch mein echt Spaß macht mit euch.